This video is a supplement to the Scratch introductory assignments we're doing in class. Just wanted to take a second to make sure we're all on the same track here. I have brought in a dancing ballerina girl that actually my son made. So he played around with it, and he's 4 years old. That should make you feel good about the simplicity of what we're doing. But I had him bring in a ballerina. I was showing him how to play around with it. So I'm going to show you guys as well, just so you're not overthinking what we're doing. Let me expand this a little bit. I'm going to click play, and this girl's going to start dancing, and music will appear. Alright, if you notice, she is dancing, and I'm going to show you that if I click the right button, the right arrow, and the left arrow, that she moves to the right, moves to the left. And I'm going to click the up button so she'll get bigger and change colors, and I'll hit the down arrow and she'll shrink in size as well. And when I click her, she'll actually say woohoo, and that's my voice in the background saying woohoo. So let's try that. To the right, to the left, up, changing colors, smaller, to the left, to the right. Alright, so she moved all around, and when you clicked her, she said woohoo. So how did I do that? Well, we're going to start with this piece of scripting here. If you understand it, you understand everything else. You need to be able to look at this and know that it says when the green flag is clicked, which is this right here, we will play a sound. Alright, this is called Kill the Boss, and this is the instrumental I gave you for your Audacity project. But you can also record your voice, which I did. I recorded myself saying woohoo. And I could do the down clicking and click recording 1, which was me saying woohoo. Alright, so you can import sounds as well. You can record them, or you can use things from Scratch's library. Alright, so second part of this, there's a forever script wrapped around of this stuff, so you know it'll continue forever. So you can make things go forever, or you can bring in a repeat script as well. But it's saying wait 0.5 seconds and switch to the next costume, then wait another 0.5, switch to the next costume, wait another 0.5, switch to the next costume, and do that forever. Alright, so the costumes are the positions that this ballerina is in. So let me go to costumes. You can see I have her standing up, squatting down, flying up in the air, and up on one toe. And all Scratch is doing is waiting 0.5 seconds and going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So instead of a ballerina in your project, this is a picture of you dancing. So if you look at mrlewisprojects.weebly.com, the first tutorial is a video on how to remove the background in Photoshop. And you have already taken a picture of yourself doing different dance poses. So you'll take yourself out of the background, resize yourself to what it says on the website, and save for web. And when you do that, it'll make a PNG file that has a transparent background, so there won't be a white box behind you. So if you just follow all the steps that are on that website, instead of a ballerina, this will be you in here. Alright, and lastly, when you want to add a sound, you can add any type of sound here from their library, or you can click this. It says record a new sound. And I'm not going to record because I already have one, but if you click this button here and I give you a mic to plug into your computer, you can start recording your own sounds. So you have sounds, you have costumes for your sprites, and you have scripts. I want to pause here for a moment just to show you that when you're on a certain sprite, woohoo, if you go over to the bottom here, you can see a little something about it. It is located at 125 on the x-axis and -65 on the y-axis. You can see when she moves, she's going at 78 degrees, and she's moving back and forth. So if yours is flipping around all over the board in a circle, just make sure the left and right arrow is clicked. Make sure she's going in the directions you want her to go. And you're going to use these coordinates to tell the computer, hey, when I click a button, go to this new set of coordinates. And you can make them go anywhere. So let's just make sure you understand what the x and y coordinates are. This is a typical graph. If you notice, x is a horizontal axis and y is a vertical one. Everything on the right and upward is a positive number. Everything on the left and downward is a negative number. So when you want to put your sprite somewhere, you just refer to the x and the y coordinates. Alright, so let's go back into Scratch. If you look right here, you can see that as I move the mouse, these numbers change. So if I know, let's say when I click the left arrow, I want her to move all the way over here, then I put my mouse there and look in the bottom right. If you notice, it says the x-axis is -118, the y-axis is -70. That's what you would type into the script that you choose, and we'll show you that in just a moment. So lastly, if I go back into scripts here, we want some interaction to start happening. So I drug things in like when this sprite is clicked, play a certain sound, and that's what you heard when you heard me saying woohoo. I've also added when the right arrow key is pressed, glide 1 second to a certain point. And I put if on edge bounce. That means if she goes too far and she comes to the edge, she won't fly off, she'll bounce back in place. That's important. As we get later on, you have things walking around. Right now, not so much, but it's always good to add to your scripting. When you click the left arrow, she'll glide the opposite direction. She'll end up at X and Y. When you do the down arrow, she'll decrease in size by -10. And then when you do the up arrow, she increases in size, and she also changes colors as well. So I don't care what you have your character do. I just want to see that whoever's playing your game, when they press buttons, something happens, and there's an opportunity to hear a sound when something is clicked. All right, so if you ever get confused as to what to put in here, just look at the colors. All right, so if you look at somebody's scripting, you don't know where this is, that color looks exactly like that. All right, these are your control colors. Then you've got some purples in here and some blues. They all match up. So if you just click in there, like if you wanted a sound, everything that's purple here is a sound. And you just go look and find the one that you want, and you drag it on and you change the numbers. All right. So that brings us to how to see your project page and to put in comments. If you click see your projects page, you can put things in here, and you want to put instructions so people know how to play your game and find the unexpected things in your games. And you also want to give credits if you copied somebody else's scripting, which is perfectly fine to do as long as you make it your own. Thank them here, and the idea behind Scratch is you find somebody's stuff and then you make it better, give that person credit, and then somebody comes in and tries to make yours better, and in the end you've got something that's really astonishing. You started with something simple, and now there's something great. Alright, so it shows you every time here how many scripts and how many sprites are used in here. So if you're looking for something basic, go look at other users and see the amount of scripts and sprites they have, and click this right here, see inside, and you can see what they've done, and then you can go do it yourself. So when you're finished, just come on up to File and save it. Make sure you are logged in. Had a lot of students who did not sign up for Scratch and couldn't save their work when they were done. Go ahead and join it, and then you can click Save Now, which I'm not going to do, but you could do it, and you can download it to your computer, and then when you come back in, upload it. Or if you notice, it says go to My Stuff right here, or under your name here it says My Stuff. My Stuff is everything that you've ever done, so it'll keep accumulating in there, and you'll want to share it so other people can see it. So once you've saved it and you click share, and it just did it really quick, now everybody can go, everybody can go see Dancing Girl, they can see my instructions, and they can comment on it. Alright, so that's the basics of Scratch. Go out and make your dancing sprite that you already have. Give it some music. Give it a background that's unique. Don't pick one of the ones that are from Scratch. Go into Photoshop and do something cool with it. And make it to where if you press buttons or you click things, there's some sounds and there's some actions occurring. If you can do that, then that'd be a good basic foundation for making a video game. As always, if you have any questions, look at the tutorials, talk to your friends, and then don't be afraid to ask me. Good luck, guys. Can't wait to see how creative you're going to be. Alright guys, really quick, after I made this, I had a student request to come in here and show you guys how to change the background, so I'm going to do that. I went on Google Images and I typed stage, and I right clicked and clicked Save Picture As, and as long as it's a JPEG and I'm saving it where I know I can find it, I'll click Save, and it will save. So that is step one. So then I go into Photoshop, and hey, this should look familiar. This is from your first lesson of how to remove a background. But I go File, Open, and I'm looking for stage.jpg, and I open it. Alright, it'll take a second to open. If you remember, we want to be 480 by 360. So you go Image, Image Size. You want to make sure Constrain Proportions isn't clicked, or when you change the width, the height will automatically change. And you want to come in here with the width and do 480, and the height is 360. Click OK. It'll get small. File, save for web, just like you saved your sprite. We don't have to worry about transparencies now. We can make it whatever we want because it's a background. And then click Save. I'm going to just call it Stage, sure. I'm going to save on my desktop. You would save on your student ID. So then we would go back into Scratch, go down here in the bottom left, it says New Background. I would click it, go find the stage, click Open, and it would bring her on stage there. It's just that simple, so customize your background. Same with the sprites. If you want a new sprite, as you guys know, you click right here, it's the same icon, and you go get that sprite. Right, so everything is customizable.